Yate Osio Halito Istango Bojo from the Indian Nations University. You're watching Haskell News.
Hi, I'm Tiara Eagleelk, and welcome to Haskell News. 7 candidates for university president were interviewed last week. Here's Justin Buster with the rest of that story.
Haskell held its interviews for university president last week in the auditorium. There are 7 candidates up for the position: Marie Etsy, Dr. Jonathan Hook, Dr. Charles Cambridge, Dr. Benita Chenault, Dr. Wayne Johnson, Neil Trotter, and James Utterbach. We attempted to get some footage of the meetings, but were asked by Assistant Deputy Director at BIE Bart Stevens to leave. We spoke with a couple of students who were in attendance.
My name is Peter Henry. I've been attending some of these presidential candidate interviews. From what I've seen, they're pretty well proctored. The questions seem fair, and they're the same across the board. I've seen varying degrees of different candidates come through, from very poor to excellent. It's been great to see all the interest for this position at Haskell, and I hope that the person that gets the job can serve our school well.
Hi, my name is Dylan Kitchell, and I just got back from the president selection candidates, and it went pretty good. It was interesting. I learned a lot of stuff about the questions that they'll ask you, and who you have to be, and the past things that you had to go through to be selected as president. My vote goes for Dr. Utterbach. I think he was a great candidate for the president. He's currently a president, and so we'll see what he thinks and what he takes, but that's it.
Haskell's reported to have some haunted residents. Here's Lori Hasselman with the story.
With Halloween only being a couple weeks away, students are out looking for costumes. Over the years, numerous Halloween stores started selling costumes that stereotypically represent the American Indian. Anyone offended? Here are a few students with what they thought about the issue.
I personally don't care if people wear them, but I also understand why other natives would get upset about it. So I think that people should be more sensitive to that fact and not wear them, I guess.
I really don't think anything of it. Maybe they've always, it's a holiday, you can't really, I don't consider it a holiday, but the whole costume thing, don't really matter to me because, it's a holiday. I don't know. I really don't know. I think about them wearing Native American costumes. It depends on what kind of costume, if they're wearing it in a good way or a negative way. No, not really. Because there could be other races dressing up as other races, and, can't really be negative towards that.
I don't really care about other people dressing up as Native Americans for Halloween. I don't think it's a big deal because it's kind of goes into with the mascot issue where we're okay with it. We're not okay with it, but yet it's still happening. So regardless, until we ourselves take in consideration that we're not a mascot, but yet there's so many tribal schools that use us as Indians or chiefs or whatever as mascots. Until that stops, that's when I guess it will all consider it offensive to me.
This is Tiara Eagleelk with Haskell News.
Is there any age limit on trick-or-treating? Haskell News reporter Victoria Albers has the answer.
Students are getting ready for the Halloween holiday, picking out costumes, or going trick-or-treating. One question still remains. Are college students too old to trick-or-treat?
Well, let me just say this. I think there's 2 types of people that should definitely not go. Someone with a Power Ranger suit on, and he's the only one with a Power Ranger suit, and he has a walker with him. And the second one would be the person who has a bag and someone puts a candy in it and he tips over. So those 2 definitely.
Haskell students expressed their own opinions of college students going trick-or-treating.
I think college students can still trick-or-treat. I think it's a fun and safe alternative to the other activities that are around this holiday season.
It keeps the campus safe and everyone else on the campus safe.
And regardless of if college students are too old to trick or treat or not, they still enjoy the Halloween holiday. This is Victoria Elbers with Haskell News.
Haskell's reported to have some haunted residents. Here's Lori Hasselman with the story.
It doesn't have to be Halloween to experience ghosts on Haskell campus. College resident assistants Wanda Trujillo and Kipsy Fixico have worked in the Haskell dorms for over 30 years combined and have experienced ghosts on many occasions.
We call her Miss Pocahontas. She floats probably about a foot off the floor, and she just glides, just so smooth looking. She has a long white dress, I would say. It looks almost like a sheet on her.
Many students have encounters with spirits or ghosts in the dorms.
She woke up in the middle of the night and felt as if somebody was laying beside her.
RAs can assist when students feel afraid or unsafe in their rooms.
Facilities, Alan Redbird's one of them, Andy Yellowhair, Tom Spotted Horse, or Ron Brave. Jeremy Shields is another one that will come in, and if we need the entire dorm smudged, they'll be willing to do this for us.
This is Lori Hasselman reporting for Haskell News.
Haskell Homecoming was held on October 12th. Students and alumni gathered at Haskell Stadium for the occasion. Here's Shelby Botone with more of the story.
Haskell's homecoming took place on October 12th. During halftime of the football game, the candidates made their way to the field for the announcements of this year's homecoming royalty. Ultimately, it was Billy Clendon who was crowned Haskell Homecoming Queen for 2013. Billy was escorted by Haskell football team member Darwin Julian. I was able to catch up with Billy and ask her how she felt about receiving the honor of Homecoming Queen.
I'm Billy Clendon, representing the Apache Club and Dance Group. It's an honor to win Homecoming Queen, and I've been through a lot, and I'm so glad that I got the crown and that I'm your 2013 Haskell Homecoming Queen.
Congratulations to all 7 candidates.
Students from New Mexico listened to their state secretary for the Department of Indian Affairs give a presentation in Sequoia Hall last week. Justin Buster was in attendance. Here he is with the story.
Arthur Allison, Cabinet Secretary for New Mexico Department of Indian Affairs, came to Haskell to speak with students from the Navajo Nation. He touched on the importance of tribal economy and ways to improve it. He also spoke on the tribe's need to move away from the federal government. He also mentioned that we should use our education as a tool to help preserve our culture. Here are some highlights from his presentation and what he had to say about Haskell.
The beginning has always been Carlisle Indian School. And then Haskell is one of the early institutions that brought, evolved. And then of course the other government schools, like in the 50s and the 40s came Fort Sill, Anadarko, Chamorro Indian School, and the Riverside Indian School, many other schools that came about. But I think Haskell has to be one of the premier schools that was begun to be in the early times.
In sports, the TV1 class has the results of the Haskell Invitational.
A number of Haskell fans were out early to cheer on the Lady Indians in their first home meet of the season. Hannah Dimmick from Kansas won the meet with a time of 18:52.59. Talissa Butter was first across the finish line for the Haskell ladies, coming in 5th place overall with a time of 19:13.85. Haskell ladies placed 5th in the meet. Truman State came in first. 6 teams participated in the Haskell Invitational over homecoming weekend. This is Lori Hasselman reporting for Haskell News.
On homecoming weekend, the Haskell men's cross country team competed in an 8K race on the famous Billy Mills Trail. The first place runner was Brad Hart from Truman State with the time of 25 minutes and 49 seconds. Haskell's first runner was Chad Upshaw, coming in 12th with a time of 27 minutes and 33 seconds. Overall, Haskell took 3rd place, following behind Truman State, who took 1st, and Ottawa, who took 2nd. The next meet will be held at Johnson County Community College. This is Raquel Butler reporting for Haskell News.
That concludes this newscast. We'll leave you with footage of the Homecoming Parade. Thank you for watching. This is Tiara Eagle-Elk with Haskell News.
Here comes the Haskell security. Anybody got any outstanding warrants? Yeah, right there. Some guys need to scatter real fast. Yep, break for it right now. We're driving by looking for outstanding warrants. So if anybody has any of those, ahoo, Haskell color guard right there, boys. Represent 2013 Haskell Homecoming
Championship fight going on Mark.
Calvin Jennings, the Kansas Field. Right there, brother. Ahoo, ahoo. Grand Marshal, ladies and gentlemen, right there, champion.
We asked for it.
Hit it right. Tell me right. What time the guys ready? 9:45. Billy Clinton right here. Apache Club 2013 bringing that burden basket on. Cue the burden in it. Golly.
Let's go, Haskell! Let's go, Haskell!
Right there.
Let's go, Haskell!
Anime. They're like an anime. Cookies. Oh, it's